goal in nearly 3 months. No such luck. Ian Wright celebrated his 200th game for Arsenal in characteristic style. And there was more style from the Gunners to follow. John Jensen struck a glorious pass to release Paul Merson, an invitation the striker didn't refuse. The third goal came courtesy of Paul Dickoff's pass and Merson's clever sidestep. Rangers haven't taken a single point from 5 London derbies this season. Maybe they should consider moving to Dublin.
A real team player too. Well, 4 more games round off the 1995 Premiership action. We start with Arsenal's game against Wimbledon at Highbury.
Arsenal, unbeaten at home this season, must have fancied their chances of improving on their 5th position when they took the lead. Now, Wimbledon, though, were level 6 minutes from half-time. A Vinnie Jones free kick found Robbie Earle, and Arsenal, without Steve Bold and Tony Adams, were struggling. Perhaps David Seaman sensed the worst when Wimbledon took an early second-half lead. Alan Kimball's free kick finding Dean Holdsworth much too easily. The third goal again exposed Arsenal's all-at-sea defence. Wimbledon's famous long ball fell to Robbie Earle. He still had a lot of work to do, but his lob over the stranded David Seaman confirmed Wimbledon's resurgence. A good day for the Dons, who exposed Arsenal's injury-ravaged defence.
No disrespect to the lads who played, but, you know, Bold and Adams are 2 of their rocks at the back, and, you know, gave us a bit of a lift when we heard in the dressing room just before kick-off that Adams wasn't playing. You know, that gave us a little bit of confidence, and we thought if we can, you know, bomb their back four and get some balls in there, maybe we can get 1 or 2 chances.
The last 3 or 4 games we've played really well, and the Christmas period has been great for us. Got a great result at Chelsea, stuck in 2 goals over there. Won the game with 10 men. We've come here, I've played Vinny, stuck by my guns and just said to Vinny, get out, I know you're under pressure for what's been happening in the past. Get out and perform, go and Mark Platty and compete with him in there and let Robbie Earle and Leo bomb on forward. And I thought it worked a treat.
The Newcastle players had been given the best part of a week to stew over their Christmas defeat at Old Trafford and the manner of it. Not for the first time this season, a question had been asked of their championship readiness. Not for the first time they had an answer. A goal within a minute of kick-off against Arsenal. Paul Kitson given his chance because of an injury to Keith Gillespie. Set the tone for the night. Arsenal were never in it. Almost as early in the second half, Warren Barton dug out the kind of pass Les Ferdinand dreams about. Ferdinand has scored 22 goals in 25 games for Newcastle. Kevin Keegan tinkered with his team's system of play, but not with their rhythm or their licence to thrill. Kitson, one of half a dozen or more top-class squad members waiting their chance. Denied a goal only by Seaman and his post. But nobody and nothing has denied the leaders on home ground so far. That's 12 wins out of 12 at St James's Park. They average well over 2 goals a game there, and most visitors come away telling you it could have been worse. Ironically, Arsenal are next for Newcastle in the Coca-Cola Cup on Wednesday. Chelsea next in the FA Cup tomorrow. They won't
will also ask themselves. They took a late lead against Sheffield United, courtesy of Paul Merson's piercing run and Ian Wright's deadly strike. But the rest of their play didn't match up. On came Adrian Heath, sub now on the pitch where he scored a winning semi-final goal 12 years ago. His cross was met by a crisp shot from Dane Whitehouse, and that was another tie for the pending fight.
That's a real buzz about this cup tie, though. Here's Wright from Jensen's cross. Oh, it's a goal! Well, don't discount Newcastle yet. It's time added on. That's sometimes when they are at their most dangerous. Beardsley, knocked in by Albert, but Beardsley can't get hold of it. Tony Adams comes away with it, and now Bergkamp and Helder on the left. Wright's up there with him. That's for Ian Wright. It's a fantastic goal.
OK, Ray Lewington, let's look at some of those issues at Highbury. And let me just remind people, first of all, what happened in that game at Highbury, Arsenal against Newcastle, some of the incidents that has had everybody talking all week. First of all, David Ginola getting the red card from referee Gerald Ashby. Now, he was incensed, Ginola, about the treatment he received, in particular from Arsenal right-back Lee Dixon. And there was a tackle here that went unpunished that I have to say, from my point in the press box, looked a lot worse than it actually was. No yellow card for Dixon for that one, but a yellow card here for Ginola for diving after that tackle from Nigel Winterburn. And look at the frustration on the Frenchman's face. But he was sent off, and you'll see it in the corner of the picture here. No matter how many cameras you have in the ground, you can't capture everything, believe you me, for an elbow in the face of Dixon. A red card offence, and off he went, and tempers boiled over on the touchline. Rioch, Keegan and McDermott all involved there. Right, Ray, lots of talking points there. First of all, do we protect skillful players enough? Kevin Keegan said we don't.
I think I agree with him. I think that if we're going to say that we're going to become a technical nation now, which I think everyone agrees that we've got to be better at, I think that we can't allow defenders to be diving in with the risk of injury to players.
The first time you've seen those pictures now, I
Yeah.
know, what's your instant impression, for instance, on the Dixon tackle on Ginola?
I think it was a foul, and I think that deserved a booking, in my opinion.
The same referee, Gerald Ashby, and we're not here to pillory the referee because it was a very hard game to control. He was in charge when Stoke played Newcastle earlier in the Coca-Cola Cup. And look here, Ian Clarkson, the Stoke player, gets sent off for that tackle on Ginola, and Stoke appealed against that sending off. They were very unhappy. They felt Ginola made too much of it. Same man in charge, another red card for the Stoke defender, Ian Clarkson. Now, is Ginola helping himself get protection by going down like that?
I don't think it helps, but I think in both occasions he was fouled, which at the end of the day, that's what the referee's given it for. But they do, I think players that do dive around don't help themselves. It puts a doubt in referees' mind, and sometimes then they won't give the decision. I think that in both instances they were definitely fouls. I think it was a little harsh in the Arsenal match that he got booked.
There's one here in the Arsenal match that the referee, Gerald Ashby, got absolutely right, and it's lovely for us to be able to second guess and look at big close-ups here. The Dutchman, Glenn Helder, and have a little look at this. You've not seen it before. In goes the tackle.
Well, that's terrible. That's the first time I've seen that, and that deserves a booking. He's tried to get the lad booked. He's not even got within a foot of him, and that does deserve a booking.
He got a booking.
Good.
Ray, thank you very much indeed, and good luck in a few weeks' time against Charlton. You might need it the way they play today.
I certainly will, yeah. Thank you.
OK, well, as always, let me point you towards Ensley League Extra 12:40 tomorrow.
Challenge remained on course with victory at Middlesbrough. Paul Merson put the Gunners in front after just 7 minutes before the Brazilian international Juninho equalised for Borough. Early in the second half, the little Brazilian set up Phil Stamp, and he gave Middlesbrough the lead, 2-1. But Arsenal don't give up that easily, and they drew level when Ian Wright's header came back off the post. David Platt was in the right place at the right time. Glenn Helder got the winner for Arsenal, his first goal for the Gunners, and not a bad one either.